Hello, I am Rakesh Patel, and in this video I am going to discuss an essay called Addresses at the Parliament of World's Religions by Swami Vivekananda. As we know, Swami Vivekananda was a Hindu monk who represented India at the Parliament of World's Religions, which was held in Chicago in the year 1893. His welcome address introduced the world to Hinduism. His iconic speech talked about the idea of tolerance and universal harmony within the religious context of the pluralism. His speech brought him universal attention. This essay can be divided into three parts, and let us try to understand each of them in detail. The first section is Response to Welcome. Swami Vivekananda starts his speech with words, "Sisters and brothers of America." He thanks the audience on the behalf of the most ancient monks of the world and millions Hindu people of India. He remarks that he belongs to a religion which has taught the world the idea of tolerance and universal acceptance. He also remarks that he comes from a nation which accepts all religions as true. Vivekananda mentions that his nation has sheltered the persecuted and refugees of all the religions and of all the nations in the world. And he gives the examples of Israelites and Zoroastrians. He quotes Gita, "Whosoever comes to me through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men struggling through the path in the end lead to me." The second section is on why we disagree. Swami Vivekananda mentions that let us stop abusing each other. Then he narrates a story regarding the variations. He says that there was a frog lived in a well for a long time. Then another frog from the sea came and jumped into the same well. "Where are you from?" asked the frog. "I am from the sea." "Is it big enough? Is it bigger than my well?" And he jumped from one corner of the well to the other and asked, "Is it this much big?" The frog replied, "You cannot compare your well with my sea." Again, the frog jumped from one corner of his well to the other and asked again, "Is your sea bigger than this one?" The frog replied, "You cannot compare your well with the sea, you foolish." Hearing that, the frog who is living in the well lost his temper and thought that this frog is a liar. Turn him out. Swami Vivekananda mentions that we are just like this frog, sitting in a small well thinking that this is the only world. America has given us this opportunity to get together here, and we can break the barrier of our little world. The third session is addresses at the final session. Swami Vivekananda thanks to the merciful Father for making the event successful. He thanks the noble souls. He thanks the enlightened audiences for appreciating his efforts, and he thanks the liberal sentiments of the people. Swami Vivekananda talks about religious unity. He mentions that the unity will not be achieved by the triumph of one religion and the destruction of the other. He gives an example of the seed. Suppose our seed is placed in the soil and we water it. With the help of water, air, and soil, the seed grows. But the seed does not take the form of water, air, or the light. The seed grows individually according to the law of the nature. Similarly, with the case of the religion, a Christian is not required to become Hindu or Buddhist, or a Hindu or Buddhist is not required to become a Christian. One must assimilate the spirit of the other, but he has to preserve his own individuality and grow according to the law of nature. At the end, Swami Vivekananda gives his message that help and not fight, assimilation and not destruction, harmony and peace and not dissension. I hope you have liked this little information which I have tried to put before you in a nutshell. If you like the video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Jai Hind.